Hello everyone, my name is Sarah Green. I'm an HSLM student in their last semester. I decided to do my practicum project on the revision of a clinical evaluation tool testing the efficacy and sustainability. I completed my practicum at Notre Dame University in Maryland, School of Nursing. The institution was founded by the Sisters of Notre Dame in 1895. It's rooted in Catholic traditions of the liberal arts and service to others. It's located on a 58-acre campus in Baltimore, Maryland. They currently have 4 nursing programs, all of which are accredited by the Commission of Collegiate Nursing Education. My preceptor is the course coordinator for Nurse 311, Professional Caring of the Adult 1. It's a 4-credit course that's focused on caring for adults experiencing commonly occurring health concerns by applying specialized knowledge, communication skills, and therapeutic interventions. It's a concept-based curriculum. Students are graded on exams, quizzes, patient case studies, and a spirituality paper. They are also required to do 5 simulation lab sessions, 6 clinical days, 2 skills validations, and 9 concept-based lectures. So my project was to revise the current clinical evaluation tool, or CET, and make it more efficient, reliable, and sustainable. The current CET for Nurse 311 is 14 pages long. It contains 76 criteria that clinical instructors have to evaluate. It also does not allow for clinical instructors to evaluate students on a weekly basis. It only allows for midterm and final evaluations. It's a large volume of paperwork for instructors to keep on their person at clinical sites and can become cumbersome. Clinical instructors were not completing the CET unless prompted multiple times by the course coordinator. So how I revised the clinical tool to make it more efficient was that I condensed the 14 pages to 2 pages, which will be double-sided. It's also downloadable on any electronic device and can be filled out electronically. This electronic version of the CET can be saved to any device or to a cloud. I also wanted to ensure that the tool was reliable, and it measured clinical objectives that was set out by the course coordinator. So what I was able to do is condense the previous 76 criteria into a total of 22 criteria. I also further organized the tool into 5 categories that included course objectives. They were presence, praxis, advocacy, self-care, and leadership. I also did not want the clinical instructors to have to write down their evaluation for each of the 22 criteria. So what I did was I also developed 3 grading options for each criteria. To evaluate the students, all the clinical instructors would have to do was click on the grading option of either satisfactory, needs improvement, or unsatisfactory to evaluate the students. I also had included a second page that gives the instructors an area to explain the needs for improvement and unsatisfactory evaluations, while also being able to write down goals for the next week. So here's the clinical evaluation tool. You can see that the grading criteria are here up at the top. And then all the clinical instructors have to do to evaluate the student is click and place an X for each of the grading criteria, and they automatically pop up for the clinical instructors. Here's the second page of the CET. So the clinical instructors have a text box where they can type in the explanation for NI or U ratings, and also another text box where they can include goals for the next clinical day. I also wanted to ensure that the tool was sustainable through the semester and semesters to come. Since I was unable to put the tool into practice in the clinical setting due to the COVID pandemic, what I did is I created a survey via SurveyMonkey and sent the survey to the 5 current adult health clinical instructors. Of the 5 instructors, only 3 responded to my survey, and then I also sent the survey to my preceptor. The survey questions are as follows. So, were you able to download and fill out the revised CET without difficulty? All the instructors responded yes. Does the revised CET accurately measure clinical objectives? All the clinical instructors responded yes. And then, would you use a revised CET weekly to evaluate students? This was a Likert style question, and the options were between very likely and not likely at all. All the respondents selected very likely. The fourth question was an open-ended question and asked if there was any recommendations or changes that the instructors would make to the revised CET. Here are their responses below, and they didn't really have any recommendations to make for the CET. Since I was unable to evaluate the benefits of the CET tool in the clinical setting, I decided to talk about future implications for the CET tool. So for the course coordinator, I would like them to support the use of the new CET tool, upload it to Joule, and then hold the clinical instructors accountable for turning in evaluations of the students weekly and using this tool. For the clinical instructors, I want them to find the tool reliable and efficient method evaluation. I want them to be able to download the CET with ease, perform weekly evaluations, and keep on using the tool throughout the semester. And then I have the opportunity to be a clinical instructor in the summer 2020 semester. So I'm actually excited that I'll be able to test my own revision of the CET. I will make sure that I seek feedback from the course coordinator and other clinical instructors throughout the semester and make changes as necessary. I want to thank everyone for taking the time to listen to my presentation, and I wish you all luck in your future endeavors as nurses. Thank you.